shine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Say hot tub, rubber dub with me. Jump in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me sweat.
Yeah.
Jump in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me wet. Yeah.
Well. Good morning. Welcome on an absolutely beautiful Thursday right here in Paradise. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, home of college football, Atlanta Braves baseball, Auburn football, Andy Burcham Day, 8:15, and also the one and only Jeremy Pridgeon. Mm-hmm. Jeremy, how is it? I got to know, how did it go Sunday? I didn't show up. I didn't have my shirt on. I did not wear an Alabama shirt Sunday, matter of fact. Was I embarrassed?
Kind of. We had a big game day at First United Methodist Church. We've done this for years on that opening weekend, Labor Day weekend, and everybody wears their colors, had a huge tailgate afterwards. And the three clergy on staff, we all got together and kind of did the message as a post-game analysis and put one of my associates in zebra stripes because the other one is big FSU fans. We kind of, it was total hilarity. I mean, we had them in stitches there. It was a lot of fun.
Did Jordan get up and have any part in this?
I actually, in the last service, he was going to children's church, and I sort of motioned to him and came up here and said, "You want to sit with me or you want to sit, go to children's church?" He said, "I want to sit up there with you." So in the last service, he sat there with me, which was just a lot of fun too. But he picked up on enough of the jokes and storylines to know what was going on. You can see him there. He's.
I love that kid.
Did you see the other two up there?
Seriously, I know you can turn a negative to a positive, sit back to come back. Doesn't happen to you, it happened for you. I know you did a great job Sunday, but what was the feel from our Alabama brothers in church? Was it, you could tell they were down?
Oh, pretty low, pretty shell-shocked. I won't say that there was a sense of, oh my gosh, like the Vanderbilt game.
Yeah.
It was more of a, oh my gosh, it happened again. I think that was the piece. Vanderbilt was kind of the stunner, like, did that really just happen? But, now 1-6 in the last 7 games. I mean, it's happening with too much frequency. That's the feeling. So it's, I think, one of those realizations that's starting to set in. I've seen it. You've probably seen it where, you've got the pictures of Mike Shula and De Boer's looking in the mirror. And there have been some times that have been challenging, Perkins after Bryant. I think we're standing on the cusp of that again.
And the other bad news is that Bama got after it in practice. This sort of blew my mind, okay? All the players were talking the next day. I want to say it was Monday or Tuesday, how tough practice has been. The coaches are really good. I'm like, wait a minute. That should be every single day at Alabama. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't just happen because they lost. It should be practice. It should be intense like that every single day. That's how it is with Georgia. That's how it was with Saban. Ohio State, LA. I was just surprised at those comments. And we lost another starting defensive tackle.
I'll see if we can find on that as well.
Anyway,
but,
we shall see.
It was really bad Saturday.
All right, the most 3 impressive teams I saw Saturday, Ohio State, they looked good. They maybe as good as they were last year, maybe better. Miami and LSU. I thought those teams looked really, really – watch out for LSU. Watch out for LSU.
Yeah, what they did up at Clemson, I got to see the back part of that. We got on out of there. I left at about the 4-minute mark of the ball game in Tallahassee, so I got to watch the rest of that one at home. But, they did quite well.
Tennessee, we're worried about them and the quarterback play. I think they had an upgrade. I like the quarterback. I like this Tennessee football team. Woo. The streak's getting ready. Remember they used to run in streaks, Bama, Tennessee?
I think they're getting ready to crank one up.
I think they're getting ready to crank theirs up for a while.
But you look at the SEC. SEC went 14-2 over the weekend.
2 weaklings.
Yep.
2 weaklings got beat.
Arch Manning, that was not the coming out.
It just shows you Steve Spurrier knows what he's talking about. I'll never go against the old ball coach. Whatever he says, I believe. We got a caller? Let's take this call. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is not Jack McDowell with Wesleyan Perfection Timeshare Purchases. Do you have a timeshare in Georgeport, Alabama?
I'm not a lawyer.
On the third weekend, I am not a lawyer. I laid down my law license voluntarily, I might add, in 2002. Hey, Coach, how you doing? Mike here.
What's up, Tennessee Volunteer? You doing good?
Yeah. Hey, listen, this week Coach DeVore can help his case by, I want to talk Alabama football since we're only playing Itsu, as Siri says, East TSU, which also beat Coach Luke Lee in his SEC debut. But y'all get to avenge Saban's loss, don't you? Didn't he lose to you? How do you
Monroe, 2007.
I just call it Northeast, man, when I lived over there.
Wait.
And I got that TV channel.
Yeah. Didn't he compare it to
No, he compared it to 9/11 and got into all kinds of
that's right.
heat there. But
I don't think it compares to that. That's coming up next week. Let's remember all the.
he got into a lot of heat
all the people
making that comparison.
Yeah, he could have gotten a little heat. You know, he's a little off a little bit, but it's a process.
Well,
now, let me ask you a Methodist question. Say you're running a VBS up there on the Atlanta Highway, and the kids come up with a tricky name that your lady director doesn't understand, and she has a bunch of shirts printed up in Alabama and Auburn colors that say FU, Fraser University. What do you do about that?
Scrap that.
You got to scrap it. You're right. You're right. I know a lot of people think that when I come on there. Let me tell you about Tennessee's depth chart at quarterback. I want to say just a couple things. We got a great depth chart at quarterback, and we got the number one recruit in the nation from Greensboro, Grimsley, Worley's, Brandon Fajan. Wait, it's Fajan Brandon. I always get it mixed up. They compare him to Lamar Jackson. And, of course, we got a third stringer that people compare to Peyton Manning without the muscle. One thing about Mr. Tyler Simpson, who is from the land I love, he didn't lose that ball game.
No.
You guys need to learn to block. And
Right.
I'll finish it off with that. I love everybody, especially the people on the world's most beautiful beach.
Mike,
no S.
My only
Hey, guys,
thing
quick question.
Hey, only thing about Ty though, I mean, you could measure the amount of time he had to throw the ball with a sundial, and he's still holding it.
Oh well, you know what? He had watched Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa and a lot of other players, but yes, he does need to release it. But I mean, he waited so long to play. There's criticism, I know, but I hope. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into my hopes for y'all's season, but don't look past ULM because Wisconsin's next.
Yeah, you're right. Hey,
Have a great one. Alabama's a beautiful state with beautiful people and a football team I don't like.
Roll Tide.
Love you. Bye. I'll just say that.
All the talk about the receiver, who was the best receiver, Williams or
Ryan Williams. Yeah,
he's in Columbus, Ohio. I mean, I said last year I'd pick somebody 6'4", almost 230, like the Julio Jones clone. And after watching just one game, the best receiver in college football is at Ohio State. I didn't think Williams has gotten bigger. I didn't think he's got stronger. I don't think he got faster. And I heard about the great workouts, but I always look at their bodies.
Didn't they ask him to put weight on or something like that?
Well, they all got bigger, stronger, faster. Yeah. I'm telling you, he looked exactly the same with his nail polish and teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
Walked in the stadium with a stuffed T-Rex teddy bear. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It's just a different world, I guess. He's a good kid. Jamie loves him. She interviews him. He's such a wonderful young man. But to pay somebody that kind of money that young, and after he got tattooed across the middle, it just didn't seem like he wanted it as much. And then he got knocked out of the game later on.
Yeah, he took a couple of shots. And
did you even watch him warm ups? Could you tell this is getting ready to happen?
Oh yeah,
you could.
It was flat. There was no energy. And
this is week one.
Week one. I mean, on the road. Where you should go in like us.
Yeah, like you own the place. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was lethargic. It was just kind of very, very. I can't even come up with a word. I mean, it was just so going through the motions.
Do you think that they went in there underestimating FSU? I mean,
I think so.
I think so.
I mean, obviously they did, but I mean, do you think that was their attitude when they were warming up and working out and getting on the bus?
It was just almost a kind of glorified scrimmage type of mentality.
Yeah.
We're out here, we're going to loosen up.
We're playing a 2-10 team.
Yeah.
And that 2-10 team kicked your butt.
The game to me hinged on about 4 plays. The big play on FSU's first drive gave life to the stadium. The stadium, the FSU fans, after that 7-minute drive, they were ready to fold up shop.
Yeah.
They were going, okay, here we go again. I mean, because
Right.
it was such a methodical, punishing 7.5 minutes. You can't stop us 7-0. And you get to the third down play, and they hit the long pass, and then it was like you injected life into the stadium.
And then it was like that in the entire game.
And it was like game
That was
on.
electric.
It was game on at that point. Had Alabama stopped them on drive 1, gotten the ball back, gone right, they may have folded up.
And then here we go back. The chance they had, when they had an opportunity to make it a ball game, they get the penalty, the 15-yard penalty.
That was the second part.
Let me ask you this. DeBoer, he had it made at Washington. He could have stayed there, won 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, and stayed there forever, make good money, have a great lifestyle.
Would he have done it in the Big Ten?
I still think he wins 8 or 9.
Yeah.
8, and they wouldn't have fired him for that at Washington.
Oh, no.
But he comes to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I just don't think he understood what it's like in the SEC. You cannot be a nice guy.
Well, our Auburn friends are calling this Brian Harsin 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be you got to be something. You got to be a dog to coach in this league. You can't be their buddy. You can't be their friend. But they brought that West Coast attitude to Tuscaloosa, and it's just not working so far.
No.
Now it might. No. We can't tell the future, but I think he'd have been better off, and I think he's a good coach. I think he's a great man. I think he's probably a great coach. But this buddy system, look at the great coaches in this: Pat Dye, Bear Bryant, Saban, Dooley at Georgia. They were hard-nosed, physical type practices, just on the players all the time, demanding the best.
Well, and you don't have to look even that far back. You can look at the Spurriers of a more recent era, Meyer. Yeah. I mean, And
I had the opportunity to watch Florida practice a lot when he was head football coach. Their practices were intense, man. They got after each other. It was not, he was hard-nosed too.
Yeah.
He threw the ball, but he's still hard-nosed.
Oh, absolutely. And the emphasis was on winning and performing, and so.
But you know what? I don't want to take anything away from Florida State.
Oh, absolutely.
That
was incredible.
At first, I was like, Gus Malzahn is the greatest thing in the world. He needs to be the next head coach. And I love Sam Pittman. If it goes bad at Arkansas, I give Gus $60 million, 5-year deal. I think he's about 55. I don't know how old he is. He's getting up there a little bit, but I'd take him in a heartbeat. And Coach White. But all the credit should go to Norvell. He's the guy that pulled the trigger, made the staff changes at FSU, and brought in 2 great coordinators that relate to the players and got after them. I mean, we heard they almost had fights with the coaching staff. You know why? Because they were busting their butt. Those coaches were getting after FSU players, and that number's 0. I didn't realize he played at Alabama before.
Yeah,
man, he was all over the field.
Yeah, they played with a little bit of.
I tell you what, Florida State looked good.
They did. And I think you're going to find they're going to do fairly well.
Oh, I think so, too. I think the ACC, top end of the ACC is really good. This is the top end. I really like Miami. Watch out for Louisville.
And much has been made about football in the Sunshine State, but you got, USF knocks off Boise, Miami knocks off Notre Dame, FSU knocks off Alabama, Florida's on deck here. And Florida's schedule looks even scarier.
I know. and Texas is going to be fine. I think Texas, they're going to be in a national championship. I don't know. After watching that, I don't think so.
No.
But I tell you what, the 3 that impressed me the most is LSU, Miami, and Ohio State. They look good. All 3 teams look good. All right, we got to take a little break here. It's beautiful. Tell everybody about the church. What's going down in church? Anything going on there? Anything happening this week?
No, we're kind of back to our normal routines there. 8:15, 9:30, 10:45. First time Methodist Church. Fall is a great time of the year to get connected, and we're looking forward to kind of the push here, through the remainder of the year. It's amazing how fast 2025's clipping along.
You did a great job with high school picks. You were actually the winner. You had 8 of 10.
All right.
Great job. In college, I think you were second. And we'll get over those later. But when we get back, Coach, man, what a game. Mosley. That's incredible.
Another stunner.
Yeah, well, it's who knows. But right now, let's talk about some of the great people. They had a great crowd yesterday at B4 Braves in Lynnhaven. Pat Perno, city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. Of course, every Wednesday they have now, what's going on tonight there? Guess what? There's some games on. The one I want to watch, and I think it kicks off around 6:30. I think it's 6. The Cowboys and Eagles. I'm looking forward to that football game. I'm not a big pro football type guy, but I'm looking forward to that game. If you're in Lynnhaven, get out to B4 Braves, watch the games there, have a great time. TV's everywhere. They got all kinds of specials going on over there. B4 Braves, Lynnhaven. Mosley football, when they get a home game, even they got a away game, get over there to B4 Braves, have a little pep rally, get together, have a great meal together, all you Dolphins, and head on to the game. Mosley, Coach Whitten's going to have those guys bouncing back. There's no doubt about that. They got a great program over there because of him and because it's Mosley High School. But get out to B4 Braves, have a wonderful time. And the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. That place was packed out yesterday, lunch and dinner. World famous J. Michael's spaghetti. Brian and I were there. Julie, Glenn didn't show up. It was his turn to pay. He didn't show up. But we had a great time at the legendary J. Michael's. The best seafood, ice cold beer, unbelievable. 2 other places, we're talking about high school football. We are big time into Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. All you Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell. They love you. You go love them. Support them big time. Tiger Sharks, Taco Bell, they go together. They're in beautiful Port St. Joe. And I'm pumped up, Wildcat. I am pumped up. If you want to go tonight and live in Panama City Beach, you want wings for 50 cents, you want $5 pitchers, you get out to that Cajun place, baby. That's right, I said it. 50-cent wings, $5 draft beers. This weekend, 11 o'clock, I will be there. Brunch, they open up from 10. They open up 10 o'clock in the morning for brunch. Get in there, watch the game day, watch all the kickoffs right there from that Cajun place. If you're an LSU fan, you got that shirt on. Every time they score, you got to have an LSU shirt on. Every time they score, get up to the bar and say, I want my free Jell-O shot, please. The key word there is please. And they'll give it to you. Same thing for Saints on Sunday. I got a feeling you're not going to get a lot of free Jell-O shots this year. But on Sunday, they got a brunch going on. They got the North Shore Jazz Band playing from 10 to 12. I love that. Great people there. And then NFL package right there. Watch all the games. $5 pitchers, $5 draft beer, $5 wings. And when the Saints score, have your shirt on, go up there and go, I want my free Jell-O shot, please. And we'll be right back. He's playing me. He wants me to shut up. I'm excited about that Cajun place right here on Thomas Drive, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Jerry Jones, with a straight face, said that the team is actually better now. You're not better now. Not today. Kenny Clark is a good defensive tackle, but his best years are behind him. He went to 2 Pro Bowls. Okay. Micah Parsons is a game changer.
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and a high of 86. Tonight, look for a very light wind and clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and sunshine. Saturday, very warm with a high of 88 and mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Pridgeon today. Tommy Centermount's out killing things in Georgia, and Wildcats behind the glass. And where's Josh? Has anybody seen Josh? Josh, are you hiding from us? I haven't seen him
here last week.
I don't know what's going on with him. I know he's busy. I know they got a lot going on.
I'm going to keep an eye on the security camera, and if he shows up, we'll drag him in.
Let him in. Well, I tell you what, all you Mosey Dolphins, again, get out to Beef O'Brady's, have a great meal, have a little pep rally before the game, then head out to watch the big ball game. Every time Mosey plays a big ball game, huge crowds. Coach Wooden's got that thing rolling over there. Let's bring him on, the head football coach. Coach, how you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing good.
Talk about the game, what happened, who played well, and what do you got to do to improve?
Yeah, so offensively, I thought Sammy Chisholm had a really good game. Rushed for 171 yards on 21 carries, had 2 touchdowns. Defensively, I thought Demetrius Gillis had one of his best games. Had a couple of tackles, had a pick, so played really well, but obviously didn't get the result that we wanted. Didn't play to our standard. I felt like we really pride ourselves offensively to being able to execute. And you go back and you look at the game of our 61 plays, we had 26 plays that resulted either 0 yards, negative yards, drops, or penalties. And it's about 42% of the time, and that's just not being efficient with the football. And then defensively, just situationally, we were not good. Anytime you get in 3rd and long, you think you got a really good chance to get off the field, and we didn't do that. They had some big plays. You got to tip your cap to them. They played really hard. Their guys made plays when they needed to. And I thought Zay probably had one of his best games of his life. And, we got to look at ourselves and get some things fixed and get back on the winning side of things.
Coach, you find yourself in an unusual situation here after a loss, and I'm just curious, how were things over the weekend and into practice in terms of how you're sensing the players' initial response and kind of processing what many would say was an upset here?
Yeah, no, obviously after the game, kids were definitely disappointed in losing, but there wasn't any hysteria or anything like that. So obviously when you lose to a rivalry game, it's definitely frustrating. But the thing that message to the kids is, every team has warts. There's no perfect football team. Obviously, this loss is going to force us to look hard in the mirror about things that we've got to do a lot better. Just comparing, this year to last year. Last year we won all those games early in the year. We lost late, and it's really hard to change when you've done so much and you've gotten so deep in the season. Obviously, losing early in the season like this obviously gives us an opportunity to self-reflect, try to find ways to do things better, and then once you make that change, get back on the track of trying to improve every single week.
Coach, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But you've got your one trip east that you got on your schedule this year, and Rickards came over last year, and y'all kind of handled them on a rainy night pretty easy. I think it was 35-7, something kind of like that. This year, I see they've got a win over East Side out of Gainesville. Lost to East Side. They beat Godby. But what's your initial scouting report look like on Rickards?
Yeah, no, they've played two crazy football games. Mm-hmm. They had, one game versus Godby where they were down double digits and came back and won. And then last week versus Eastside, they're up 19-0, and Eastside comes back and beats them in the second half. So, they're 1-1 just like we are. And, both teams definitely don't want to get to 1 and 2, so they're going to be fired up and play hard offensively. Got an athletic quarterback that can run around and make plays with his arms and his legs. Like always, they got skill guys that can run. And on the defensive side of the ball, they got guys that can fly around. They got a corner that's got a couple of D1 offers. They got a defensive end that's got some D1 offers. So they got some talented kids. And like I said, I think both teams are in the same boat. And we'll find out who really wants to win on Friday.
I want to go back and talk about your defense. Bay's got outstanding skilled players. They made some big plays, and you just talked about, gave us a little scout report there. This team has the ability to do that also. How well did you, in your opinion, did you guys tackle in this game last week? It seemed like they hit you for some big plays. Talk about that. Was it a breakdown in coverage or just missed tackles, or what happened with the defense?
It's breakdowns in coverage. Anytime you get in a 3rd and 25 situation on the -10, you're not thinking that you're going to give up a 90-yard touchdown pass. And we kind of relaxed, thinking the quarterback was down. Next thing you know, he's not. And, allow somebody to get behind us. Kind of the same thing happened on the 3rd and 15. So just, lapses were, we're not focusing, playing all the way through the whistle. Some things we got to do. And, they spread us out and tried to chunk us around. They really, they ran the ball on us there late, once we got a little bit tired. But, the biggest breakdowns that we had defensively was just situationally not playing the sticks and letting people get behind us, on some 3rd down critical situations.
All right, looking at this team you're playing, you talked about how skillful they are, and we all, I've known that about them for years. But how physical is this football team you're getting ready to play? Do you feel like you guys match up with them up front on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, so I think on the offensive line they got some really big wide body offensive linemen that to me don't really move that well, but they got a dynamic running back that likes to try to get the ball outside on the perimeter. But again, they're going to try to spread us out and have some quarterback run game type stuff, try to dink and dunk, get the balls out to their guys in space. So we're going to do a really good job of tackling in space. And then I think on the defensive side of the ball for them, they got two interior guys that play really hard. Like I said, they got a defensive end that's got some D1 stuff. So again, they're going to play hard, and we're going to have to match their energy and effort and intensity.
Coach, you're into the season now, a couple of weeks, and just a couple questions for you. One, I saw y'all out early, about 6 o'clock, 6:30 Monday morning for the Labor Day holiday. But kind of what does your practice routine start to look like now that you're in the season? And then two, kind of how will your travel go over to Tallahassee as far as making that trip over to play Rickards?
Yeah, no, early in the season, we're still trying to get better. We're still trying to get better as a football team. Obviously, you can see the way we played Friday night. We got to get better. So, we're still getting after it. We're still going hard. Trying to get better at the fundamentals. I think again that's always the message to our football team is good teams continue, regardless of the result, continue to get better every single week. And obviously, you can tell we have things that we have to improve upon. So our practice is going to reflect that. Going over to Tallahassee, time change. We'll get out of school about 1:30, head over there, stop and eat Lunchtown, and get into our normal away routine. Obviously, this will be the first time for this group of guys, so hopefully we handle that really well. Playing on turf over there at Gene Cox is going to be a little bit different. So some things that we're going to have to get adjusted to and get used to quickly, and then be ready to play.
Coach, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Good luck to you. Go get yourself a win, and good luck, and we'll talk to you next Thursday, okay?
I appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Mosley football. Mosley Day every Thursday right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Go support them. Please go support these kids. They work extremely hard. Got a lot of good games this week. When we get back, we're going to make our picks on high school football games right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. But right now, let's talk about some of the great people we have. Hey, we talked about the great city of Lynn. Hey, we're talking about Mosley Dolphins. All you Dolphins out there, you want to go get your girlfriend, boyfriend something special? Get your parents something. Parents, you want to get your kids something. One of your friends.
Get your kids something one of a kind. If they
can design it.
One of a kind.
Yes.
You can design it. And all you got to do is go to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, right there in Lynn Haven. And, of course, don't forget Christmas is just 3 months away. So you might want to go in there and browse their new selection. While you're there, get your jewelry cleaned for free and get it examined for free to make sure it's in
Russ
good
and
shape.
Amber will take care of you, buddy.
Absolutely, they will.
Go 49ers. Also, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. Dr. Ward, hey, we were at Jay Michaels yesterday. Bless our buddy comes up to us. He graduated from Mosley. I think he graduated Mosley in 81 or 82. He was going to school there when they played for the championship. And he goes, yeah, you tell Dr. Ward good picks last week. Something like that. It was funny. So Dr. Ward's got a lot of people listening to him. And a lot of FSU fans.
A lot of people betting on his guesses, too.
Yeah.
His picks.
He does a good job.
He does a great job.
But 1 in 5 develop skin cancer can be deadly. 5 minutes can save your life. Dr. Ward's got office throughout Panhandle, Florida. All it takes, call, make an appointment. They'll check you out head to toe. 5 minutes. Don't play around with skin cancer. Again, it can be deadly. You talking about this weather? Oh, my God, it's beautiful, man. It is absolutely gorgeous. But it's going, Jeremy, the heat's coming back. The humidity's coming back. It doesn't matter. We got Stevenson Air Conditioning. Your power bill's going through the roof. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Let them come out and service it. They'll give you some hints what you should do to make your house cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter. They're a local company. He graduated from Mosley High School. Jason does an incredible job. Debbie, all of them there do a great job. Call them to come out anytime, day or night. They're there for you. Wonderful, most honest people I know. They are number one. Locals taking care of locals. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Oh, man. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make it happen to you. Jason will be here tomorrow. Can't wait to get him here to talk about these Buckeyes. I think they're the best team in college football right now.
I bet he's proud.
Oh, he's extremely proud.
He's a proud.
He's proud of Bay High School, too, man. He's a Bay High School guy. Locals taking care of locals. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
If it doesn't work out for the Cincinnati Bengals, if they go a third straight year of not making the playoffs, then all of a sudden Joe Burrow is, his status as a quote-unquote elite quarterback in the eyes of most has to change. All of a sudden he gets relegated to that second tier of quarterback.
Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Are you ready for some football? So are the folks at That Boot Store. They have the latest in Western outfits, along with brand names like Wolverine, Timberland Pro, and many others, including Ariat and Old Western for kids. That Boot Store loves the Knowles, the Gators, the Tigers, the Bulldogs, and Joe's favorite, Roll Tide. That Boot Store, your team's favorite Western shop, next to Billboard Kia on 15th Street. Open Tuesday to Thursday, 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 5:30. Remember what Joe always said, keep Jesus in your heart every day.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
The Coach James Hales Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by the one and only Newbies. Not just one, they got 4. Charlotte and John, I love them. Wonderful people. They always give back. Charlotte's beautiful. John, tell you what, John still looks really good also. And they both got to be really happy. He was a great football player for the Miami Hurricanes. And, of course, Charlotte loves FSU. And he goes to all the FSU games with her. And she's going to make sure you have the best experience you can possibly have at all 4 of her locations. But get out to Newbies New on the Curve. That's a place to watch the ball games. Now, you want to shoot pool, have a really good time, watch TVs everywhere, all the games being played. I love it in the wintertime. They got the fireplace going down there. And then when you're done watching the games, head on down to the Mothership. Like I said, she's going to have the best entertainment every weekend for you. Go have a good time down there and tell them Coach sent you. 4 great locations. All right, we got the killer himself. The killer machine's on the phone with us right now. The one and only Tommy Eugene Santamont. Woo! Good morning, Tommy. I got to give it to you, brother. You told me the exact score. You had it right. You told me what was going to happen. It happened. How did you do it? How did you know this was going to happen?
Well, I got to keep my trade secrets. I can't tell you everything that I know, but I started to, if I was a betting man, I started to call Vegas and take FSU, and then I would retire by now.
Yeah.
On the game.
You could have.
Yeah.
Well,
but you know what's so interesting when I look at the game, after I looked at the game and saw some of the replays, very similar to FSU's team last year. Very similar. I saw a lot of looked like not very good effort on some of the Alabama players, and they looked slow to me compared to FSU. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what was wrong with them, but it just didn't work out.
Well, you play like you practice.
They were flat, Tommy. They were flat. And everything you're saying that it's kind of, yeah, you had one team set at one speed and the other kind of about 3/4 speed. It showed.
Yeah.
What's Florida
you
State?
was there. You was at the game, Jeremy, so you saw it.
Yep.
And I don't know how the noise affected Trey Simpson. I think he had some problems with calling because he had a delay of game a couple of times, I think.
I think it was probably number 2 or 3 down the list. I think their defensive line was number 1
was because of noise, wasn't it?
But he was rattled all day. And you know, folks who watched the game on television said you could just look at him when they put him on camera and almost see fear.
Yeah. I think he's going to be okay if they stick with him, but I don't know if they're going to stick with him. I think they're going to probably give Russell that other quarterback a chance.
Well,
now, I don't know. I've not seen how they're practicing now, but he did some good things. But you could tell that first year. I mean, I know he's been there 3 years, but it's the way he played is not typical of Alabama quarterback.
Well, most of our Auburn friends on Sunday morning thought we should stick with him. I mean, they really.
I don't see. I think y'all being too critical. I don't think he's the problem. The offensive line, the defensive line. There's a lot more issues. He's not. He's just one of the many. One of the many.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I thought he did okay. I mean, there's some things he should have run a couple times when he passed. But that's just football. But I'm like James. I think I was really surprised at FSU's offensive line. I mean, they gave old Castellanos time to pass the ball a bunch of times.
Well, Tommy, give credit to the new offensive line coach. Wherever he's been at, he's done a good job with the offensive line.
Yeah, Herb Bland is the new offensive line. He came with he was with Gus down at UCF. So
I think he was at Auburn too. I mean, he's
he was.
Yeah,
one time.
He's a good coach. He's a good ball coach, man.
He sure is. He sure is. Remember Randy Pittman?
Yes.
Yep. You see that block he put on that linebacker from Alabama?
Mm-hmm. Put him on his back.
They showed you. Yeah, he laid him on his back. But Randy's he came up there and transferred in and started tight end for FSU. He did a good job in that game.
Tommy, I got to ask you something. I got to ask you something. I ran into one of the Patronas women yesterday, and she was in the club zone. They got a box in the club zone, but she has not been in one of the boxes yet. I think this game, or they're going to swap it out or whatever. But what was your experience? What was it like in the box? Could you hear the noise when you're in one of those boxes, or was it hard to hear? They keep the sound out, or what?
No, we have a big sliding glass window in the front.
Oh, that's right.
We open it up, and there's 3 TVs right there. You you can watch the game on TV if you want to. But yeah, we hear all the noise, and we're right in front of the student section. It was down right below us, and hey, I'm telling you what, they never stop yelling. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I know there was Alabama fans that I hate that stupid war chant. I never want to hear it again.
Well, I was taking good notes from my seats there. I looked up in several of the boxes and saw a number of our members, so I'm just kind of recording that info for the future.
Did Tommy invite you up? Did Tommy say, come have a steak with me, have some lobster, come up here?
I mean, when we were drowning down there during the deluge.
Yeah, he didn't want no part. No. That wasn't very nice, Tommy.
Jeremy, how much your seats? Well, you were sitting in the chairbacks, right?
I was in the chairbacks there, about the 5-yard line on the I guess what they all call the north end zone there. So, but it was really good. It's well done, and stadium looks great. I mean, having been several times, different games to see much improved experience there. So I think if you haven't been yet, you want to go because it's good to look at there. So
what was the weather? Was it really hot and humid?
No, it was cloudy, overcast, and you could watch, and you just knew the rain was moving in, and then the rain moved in, and it kind of cleared on out.
I was just looking for excuses.
You had an empty seat by you on Sunday morning, Tommy, and somebody backed out on us. He missed out on all the fun we had.
My throat's still bothering me.
Jeremy, if I was a bet man, I would have bet all my savings that he wasn't going to show up.
Yeah, it was.
He even texted me like at 10 in the morning, said, "You are coming, aren't you?"
Well, he missed total hilarity from my vantage point.
He missed a good. He missed a good. But
I blame Julie.
I knew the answer was going to be I can't make it.
Well, we had some good sports to put up with everything on Sunday morning. There, everybody was gracious, because they certainly were celebrating in the FSU Garnet and Gold. But most everybody was across the board. So. Buster.
I tell you, on Facebook, all you see is that game. That's all you see.
Yeah. Buster played his part well, didn't he, as our referee?
Yeah, I know. Buster did a good job.
Yeah, we had one of the associates as an official here, and I pulled out an ACC hat on him and put it on his head, James, and his line was, he said, "Look, I just called it like I ACC it."
That's pretty good, man.
That was funny.
Did Tommy have his FSU stuff on, hat?
Oh, yeah.
Clothes?
I mean, we had a huge tailgate, too. I mean, that spread was just like anything you found on a Saturday. It was good stuff.
What did you see the most? FSU jerseys, Alabama, Auburn, Florida. What was the most?
That FSU stuff came out of the closet.
Oh, yeah. I bet. Yeah.
Everywhere.
I had mine on Sunday also. Unbelievable.
Some of those people, I didn't know there's even FSU fans that come in there wearing FSU stuff.
They weren't.
But probably wasn't. But
have you killed anything today? Have you killed anything up there?
I've killed a hog.
Good. Okay. All right.
You go duck hunting and you killed a hog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a killing machine. He'll kill anything. That was with his car. All right, Tom, I got to ask you something. We watched them. They looked much improved. There's no doubt about that. Great job for Norvell. The people he hired, Gus did a great job. Coach White did a great job. What do you think, though, going forward? Just one game. But, buddy, they look really good. And I'm watching all the rest of the ACC. Louisville's going to be really good. Miami's really good. Clemson's really good. The top end of the ACC is pretty good now. I think Florida State's going to be right up there with them.
I think if they do 9-3, that'll be good. Overall.
Yeah, I'm with
but you never know. You don't know. But, I mean, I know they were really up for this game, and I was impressed. The offensive line was very impressive to me. And, of course, the defensive line, two of those Desar, I think the last name, they're twins. And when they recruited them, I said, why are they recruiting them? Those guys, they're not. I don't think they're good little players, but those. Tony White, the defense coordinator, he is real high on those, and they played well. I was impressed.
Yeah,
they played really well. So you don't never know, but they got good receivers, and of course, old Squirrel White made that great catch on that about 5-yard line, that diving catch.
That was unreal. Yeah.
That led to a touchdown, that first touchdown FSU made. And, of course, the two kids, Jalen Lucas and Micaiah Danzig, they're really fast. They're the ones that ran. The one was a pass play, and one was that around. The kid that ran it around, he's a 400-meter champion in the ACC, so he's fast.
Well, you can see Malzahn's fingerprints all over the play call.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You sure can.
Misdirections.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't know where the ball was half the time. I couldn't tell where it was. And I know the player was having problems. They send somebody in, jet sweep, run through there, and the ball goes the other way.
But Tommy, what I was impressed about FSU, the block, not just the offensive line, but the receivers. Their receivers did a great job, and people don't even talk about that. They did a great job blocking the secondary. That's how they got all those big plays, the great job those receivers did blocking. You're
absolutely right. And, one of the big things that Tony White, the defense coordinator, one of the big things, he said physicality. He said, we might get beat, but we're going to be physical. And they were physical in that game. You can really tell the difference they made.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, listen, buddy, we appreciate you calling, man. We really do. You did great in your picks. You did a great job in your picks.
I know. I'm telling you. I should have.
I got room in the fridge for some jerky and stuff, Tommy.
All right, we'll see about that. That'll be easy to get. There's a lot of deer up here.
All right. Be careful of those rattlesnakes.
All right. I got my snake snake-proof boot, so I'm good and going.
This call is being recorded.
I don't know where that come from, Tommy.
This call is no longer being recorded.
Bye, Tommy.
I'll see y'all. Y'all be good.
All right, we get back. We'll do these picks. The killer himself, Tommy Santamont, the legendary State Hall of Famer Tommy Santamont. Unbelievable. I saw some of our wonderful, outstanding people. Again, I want to thank newbies for the FSU update. Hey, I'm so proud of this guy. He is a legend around here. People come from everywhere to be operated on Dr. Chad Mitchell. Robotic surgery, he can do it the old-fashioned way. He can do it with robotic surgery. One of the first guys trained that way. But this is his 26 years on Bay County Athletics. Bay County sidelines, get up his weekends for 26 years. You don't see that anymore. No one does that anywhere anymore. The guy is a legend. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you get injured anyway, call, make an appointment with Chad Mitchell. You'll be glad you did, believe me. Also, Steve's Bike Shop. Talking about locals, I love Steve. Great coach, swim coach at Mosley High School. Brian brags on him all the time. He is a really great swim coach at Mosley. But they've been in business since 1979. You got to be doing something right to stay in business that many years. I think it's 46 years they've been in business. They're located on 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. They got a great selection of bicycles. Also, those electrical bikes. They got every type of electrical bike you can think of. It's amazing what they got in there. Used bikes, brand new ones. They work on them. They do a great job. Steve's Bike Shop, 23rd Street. Locals taking care of locals. You want a truly great bike, you go to Steve's Bike Shop. I guarantee it. And I tell you, that place was packed out when I was over there. Also, Vandy Roofing. I love Kyle Vandergriff. He does an incredible job. Listen to Kyle DeMore. Right? Was he at church? 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle Vandergriff.
Just did a roof, though.
He was working on roofs. He told me he had a roof to work on. But I tell you, Kyle does a great job. He'll be with us tomorrow morning. He did a good job in his picks also. Turpro Pest Control, Patrick. I know Patrick was excited. His beautiful daughter is a cheerleader at Mosley. Locals taking care of locals. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want your yard like a golf course, Patrick can make it. If you got bugs getting in the house, Patrick can make those go away for good. Turpro Pest Control, #1. Again, locals taking care of locals. We'll be locally right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back. We had our high school picks by Jeremy Pridgeon, Wildcat, and myself. We'll do Thomas for him.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays, 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and the high of 86. Tonight, look for a very light wind and clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and sunshine. Saturday, very warm with a high of 88 and mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay-down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy, let's go ahead and do these high school picks. I want to go real quick. Last week, you knocked it out of the ballpark. You were the champion. You had 10 of 8. Great job by you. Tommy was 6 of 10. Kyle was 5 of 10. Kyle, that was terrible. Jim Brandt was 5 of 10. Jason Kovaleski was 6, and I was 6. So you were definitely the champion week 1 of picks. So you got a good little two-game lead on all of us.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's start with a big one. Bozeman, Bluntstown. Now, I'll tell you what, Bluntstown's got an unbelievable roster.
A win over Fort Walton Beach.
Pettis has done. Every time we pick Bozeman to lose, they win. He probably wants us to keep picking.
This is the game in the Panhandle this week. Yeah. Bozeman knocks off Leon. I mean, wow, and Holmes County. But give me the Tigers.
You got Bluntstown.
Yeah, this is a special bunch up there.
All right, let me find your name.
I think it's that St. Amant NIL that's come to Calhoun County.
Is it Tommy Santamont Stadium? No, it's actually Bozeman. Okay. I kind of, from what I've heard, the players they have moved in there, that's too many all-star players on one team for just about anybody, I think. I love Pettis is doing an unbelievable job. They're 2-0. They beat Holmes County.
A very good Holmes County team.
Big, lot bigger school in Leon. But Bluntstown, I'm going Bluntstown.
Okay.
I put BL. I probably should put BT. I put BT. Why Julia know, not Bozeman. All right, and that's you and I are the only two. Wildcat, you agree with us? Yeah, you do. Mosley at Rickards, do they get a bounce back, or is it going to be another team that they play that's got unbelievable speed on the outside that takes advantage of the big plays, or what?
Last year Mosley handled Rickards rather easily at home. Rickards very kind of undisciplined, turnovers on a wet night. You do have to go on the road. Mosley does need to bounce back, and I think they'll go over to Gene Cox Stadium and get it done. So I'll take the Dolphins.
I'm going Mosley and Witten to get it done. Do I feel good about it? I think it's going to be a competitive football game.
Yeah.
All right, North Bay, Haven Bay. Oh, Lord, that's going to...
Bay's just going to name their number.
Bay does whatever they want. Yeah, Bay's good. Bay is really, this could be a special year for Bay High School.
Could be. Yeah.
Really should. And North Bay Haven, they're rebuilding. But they got great kids over there. They play hard. Right. They're wonderful young men. But they're going against a monster football team. Freeport, Northview. At Northview, too. At
Northview. For those not familiar, that's a pretty good program in terms of the kids they draw from in North Escambia County, Atmore.
That's a great program.
Yeah, and tough year in, year out. Freeport has played well. They just dismantled Jay right out of the gate, and Jay's also a really good program. So this is not your typical Northview team, though. They're 0-2 out of the gate, lost to Destin, lost to Opp. So Freeport Bulldogs go over and get it done.
Freeport, I agree. It surprises me, too, that they must be going through a bad period because usually they got players everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, even some from Atmore will come over, and they usually draw pretty well.
Really, that surprises me. But, Freeport coach does a great job over at Freeport. I like Freeport. I'm going with Freeport also. And I think that's, what else? Give me a second. Turn the page here. How much time we got?
Oh, we're good. Rutherford Chipley. I see him up top here.
Oh, is that it? Rutherford Chipley. Is that? Yeah, that's right.
Chipley.
Rutherford. You're going Chipley.
Chipley.
I'm saying not so fast, my friend. Jeremy's got
Give me the Tigers.
I think, is it Rutherford? Chipley strong. All right. You know what? I don't feel good about this one, but I'm going to go Chipley. I'm hoping Rutherford, they've got 2 weeks. Watch out for this one. I know Chipley's big, strong, physical football team, but watch out for Rutherford. Vernon, Wewall.
Give me the Gators.
I got Wewall. Yeah, Wewall. All right, let's go Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. Taco Bell, Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks.
Last week, everybody talked about Bozeman, Holmes County, week 1. St. Joe beat Holmes County 9-8. Liberty County has struggled. They got just waxed by Bluntstown week 1. There's a bit of history here, old rivals. I think St. Joe's going to really exact a good amount of sort of vengeance, if you will, for many years. Liberty County had the upper hand. So
Port St. Joe?
Yeah, Port St. Joe big.
I'm with you, Coach Tanner, because of Taco Bell. They'll go eat some good Taco Bell, and they're going to be tough. Port St. Joe.
And this game is in St. Joe. So
big win. Bill Thomas, he took it on. Boy, I was surprised they got beat like that the other day. But Bill's done a great job. He does a great job. He'll have them bounce back. I got Bill beating Graceful big time.
Yeah, they'll get Graceful.
All right. Walton versus Holmes County.
Holmes County is the best 0-2 team in Northwest Florida.
Yeah.
Tough week 1 loss to Bozeman. Tougher week 2 loss to Port St. Joe. Walton's coming in. Walton's just played the one game against Mariana. They had a bye week last week. So we don't have a lot of kind of intel. Old rivals, getting together again. So the question, and you know this, Coach, I mean, part of it is you got kids, and the psyche piece is going to be the question. You played your guts out.
And lose.
And you lost 2 heartbreakers.
Yeah.
This is one of those you pack it up and go home for the season type of moments, or you somehow dig deeper than you ever have to try to bounce back. Game's over at game's at Holmes County, isn't it?
No, it's at Walton.
It's at Walton. It's at Walton.
Yeah, that's what my paperwork says. I could be wrong. My secretary's,
This is a tough pick. And you look at Walton, I'm going to have to go with the Braves. I mean,
I got Walton. Yeah, I got Walton doing it. I think it's going to be another close loss by Holmes County.
A tough schedule.
And you're going to turn around when they're going to go, man, we could be 3-0 right now, but we're 0-3. I think that's what's how it's going to play out. Do you have South Walton, who they're playing? I don't have it written down. Maybe they're off.
Let me see. South Walton this week. Let's see. They played a Monday nighter. Looks like on Fort Walton Beach. I guess that may have been a makeup. They're idle this week.
That's what she has. So I did it right. All right, that's our picks for this week. Get out and support these high school players. They work extremely hard. The coaches, the players, the trainers, the cheerleaders, the band members. Go support all. I tell you what, Jeremy, I was up in Birmingham, and they show the crowd. It's like back in the old days. Everybody shuts down the tent. They're all at the game. These games are sold out. And I'm not talking about state powerhouse teams. I'm talking teams that lucky win 5 ball games, but the people go support their kids. We don't have that anymore in the state of Florida. We don't have this more in the Panhandle. It's embarrassing. We should have everybody going out and support these players. Mosley's sideline was completely packed out. Bay had a good crowd there, but that game should have been packed out. there's a high school football being played. It's the cheapest date out there. And the schools need the money. They need these resources. Please go support these games. It's the cheapest, best entertainment you can get. They work extremely hard. Please go support these people. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding. Anybody I forgot yet? Wildcat, if I've forgotten anyone, let me look.
I think you've been around the block once or twice.
I think I've done a pretty good job myself. I got to say it myself.
Dr. Ward a little bit.
Dr. Ward, yeah, every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida, it's Dr. Ward. Also, don't forget, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. You females out there, 2 things are really, really upset going forward: breast cancer, skin cancer. To protect your skin when you're young, put the suntan lotion on, wear the right clothes. You're going to be glad you did. And if something doesn't look right, feel right, doesn't matter what the age is, you go make an appointment, because 5 minutes can save your life. Call, make an appointment with Dr. Ward's offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. You'll be glad you did, believe me. And if you're looking for, you're talking about beautiful granddaughters, daughters, wives, David Adams, they do an incredible job. Russ and Amber can help you in any way possible. You got old jewelry that's broke, tore down, it's worth a lot of money. Take it back. They'll fix it for you.
Or they'll buy it. They buy gold and silver jewelry all the time, and they give you better prices than anybody else in town. David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
And please don't forget about Beef Row Brady's in Lynn Haven. When you're out that way, go have a great meal today. Don't forget, you got the Eagles-Dallas Cowboys. Great place to go watch the game, all you people in Lynn Haven. Beef O'Brady's. Pat Perno, City Commissioner over there, does an incredible job. We'll be right back. Jeremy's with us. Wildcat's with us. Tommy's up in the woods. Happy, joyful, killing everything he can. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
You've got to have a bad game at some point.
Feel the burn.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama!
The Red 70s studio line.
This could go 7 games.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and the high of 86. Tonight, look for a very light wind and clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and sunshine. Saturday, very warm with a high of 88 and mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WFLQ Port St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide, baby. Alabama Updates brought to you by the one and only Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. We're talking locals taking care of locals. And Jason, they don't get more local than Jason. Graduated from high school, wonderful young man. he has built up a company that's unbelievable. Hard work, honesty, and they give you the best prices out there. They are the best, no question. Locals taking care of locals. Don't go with some big national company. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. They deserve your work. They deserve it. I'm telling you, they are incredible. And they'll be there when they tell you they're going to be there. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Jeremy, Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's get into it.
Well, Tide's out right now, kind of low.
Yeah, real low. Come on.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a big Tide fan, you guys need to cut them just a little slack. It was game
That was
one.
last season.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did that already.
That was last season.
Great point.
Oh.
We told you it was going to get ugly if he lost that game.
So you want the good news or the bad news first here?
What is the good news?
Well, the good news is this week at a convenience store in Tuscaloosa, you can get a pack of crackers and a Coke for 99 cents. You want to know the bad news?
What?
Comes with 2 tickets to the ball game.
Do you think it'll be packed out?
No.
You really don't?
No. It will be sparse. The secondary market is just collapsing as far as any tickets go. You can get them out there for about $15.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow.
Yeah. And what we're talking about is Saturday night, 6:45 p.m., Bryant-Denny Stadium, the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks, the 1-0 Louisiana Monroe Warhawks come to town. They are coming in fresh off of a 29-0 shutout of St. Francis to open the season. And,
well, go back. Say that again. What's the score?
29-0 against St. Francis out of Pennsylvania.
They won.
They won.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so La Monroe, this is their first trip to Bryant-Denny since 2022. And guess why they're making the trip?
I think that green stuff.
$1.925 million.
How much?
1.9.
Wow.
These guarantee games, these buy games that every college has, just continue to go up in price. And they came in 2022, got 1.91. This year, $1.925 million for a football game. And these smaller programs in the NIL era are dependent upon it.
And it's getting ready to go away.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them, because you've got the 9-game SEC schedule plus the P4 game that you have to play. They're going to get squeezed even more in terms of these revenue.
I got a question for you. 37.5 point or 37-point favorite. I wouldn't touch that for anything if I'm an Alabama fan.
No way.
They will not cover.
I don't think they score 37 points. I really don't. I mean, as flat as they looked on Saturday, there's no way. But there's sort of an interesting little subplot. Of course, the Warhawks, they're coming out of the Sun Belt Conference. We had garnet and gold last week. This week we're going to get maroon and gold.
Mm-hmm.
They come in very similar look, not quite the Florida State look, but a similar look here. And if you recall, all time, they've played 4 times, and Alabama has 3 victories, and La Monroe has 1. That 1 could arguably be the low point of the Nick Saban era.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Year 1, I remember I was deer hunting up in Alabama, and came out, turned on the radio, and Eli Gold was, well, that'll do it. The Warhawks have defeated Alabama. You're just like, did I just hear that correctly?
I remember that game. And let's take the phone call. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Who is this?
This is Robert Pongratz.
Oh, Robert. What are you doing?
I'm actually on the way to college, and I just wanted to call in and see how everyone's doing and ask a few questions.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
All right. So first, I want to know what y'all's opinion about Kalen DeBoer right now. I mean, this is year 2, 4 unranked losses. Is that correct? I think that is right.
Correct. Yes.
And I know it's not the standard that all the Alabama fans are hoping for, but Florida State didn't win that game. I think they dominated the whole game, and I know DeBoer's contract's pretty heavy, but if he somehow manages to get another 2 to 3 losses, do you think there's a really good chance that he's out of Tuscaloosa in year 2?
I don't know.
It's possible. It just depends on how bad those losses are.
If you get embarrassed by Auburn, you get embarrassed by Tennessee, LSU, it's going to get. Yeah, I think there is a possibility.
If there's not a W Saturday night.
Yeah.
I mean, UL Monroe did beat them before, but I mean,
exactly.
I don't see it really happening. I think this is a week where they can put some other guys in if they have to, and I think the show they have a lot more talent on that team that didn't really get a lot of playing time against Florida State, and I think that some of those guys can contribute.
This should not be a contest.
I hope y'all are both right.
But we have said this several times, and it wasn't a contest because Alabama got boat raced by the team they were playing.
Yeah.
I would like to see Alabama put in Austin Mack, the transfer from Washington. I think him and his legs actually is a really big factor. And also Keelan Russell, the true freshman. I know they're not saying he's ready yet, but with that high of a 5-star prospect, I think he can really show some damage on the field.
Well, Robert, I do think that Ty Simpson will not be the quarterback at the end of the year. I was so
and we talked about that in the summertime.
Yeah. You got to go back to Spencer Pennington the last time that happened, but I don't think he makes the season because the play call, just inability to kind of make you trust your reads, happy feet, ready to pull it down. It looked like I was watching Tyler Watts all over again.
Yeah.
Well, the problem was that I saw against Florida State was that, Florida State pretty much had everything that they needed to cover to just really lock down the offense. And I think what Ty Simpson's problem was that the offensive line didn't really help him. I mean, he was scrambling dang near every play, and if he was in the pocket, it would be maybe maybe not even 3 seconds to throw the ball up. But I mean, but if you throw 46 passes, I do expect you to complete more than 26 of them. I don't know, but I think Simpson. I just don't know if I don't know if Alabama's the right school for him. I don't know if he's living up to the name of the Alabama quarterback should have.
Right.
But I think I'm agreeing with you on that. I do not think he will be the quarterback at the end of the year. I really want to see Austin Mack get in because they said that kid with his legs is unbelievable, and that might be what they need.
Yeah,
the game was moving too fast for Simpson.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the problem, and I can't see it getting any slower when you start talking about Georgia or Tennessee or LSU, Auburn,
Oklahoma.
Yeah. So.
And I want to say Florida State's a good team, but it's like they put them at 14 in the rankings, and you're like, okay, I don't know if it's. I think I might have been a little bit of a stretch because I really just don't know if this is Alabama's. I really don't know if Alabama's that good or not, and we don't know yet. We'll see. That's the good thing about college football. Every week something new happens, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, it's crazy with they transfer in, transfer out. You're looking at a football team that did not look very good at all. They're not a top 25 team. I don't think. No. I don't think Alabama's top 20. They just don't look like they have a lot of talent. But we know they do. They got NFL linemen projected to go in the first round, but they don't play like first-round players.
And that's the problem. Proctor got his butt whooped the whole game.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just sad, man. Hey, you know what? We had a great run, and this seems like we're going to – who knows? You know what, though? They might show up and be a totally different team Saturday. We just don't know.
They are 18 to 22-year-olds.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Very, very predictable.
I just don't think they're very talented. Watched them last year play with that Michigan game was a joke. They weren't prepared for anything. The Vanderbilt game. Somebody asked me about, Florida State. They should kill Florida State. Why would Florida State fear Alabama? Go put the tapes on. And that's what Gus Malzahn and Norvell and Coach White did, and Florida State knew they could beat them. Hell, they were better than Alabama. But anyway, hey, listen, we got to take a break. We got Andy Burchett coming on from Auburn. You be careful driving. Thank you so much for calling, and call back again, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach Hale.
Thank you, buddy. I apologize. I thought you said it was Rob.
I was trying to mouth the way it went. I think I'll just turn the microphone on. And
next time you got a call.
We had a call on line 1.
I wanted Rob to wait.
4.
I wouldn't want. I don't never make him wait.
Yeah, he's a nice kid.
Rob, you can wait, though, because you didn't bring me donuts lately.
No donuts.
Yeah, bring the donuts. You can do what you want. All right, let's talk about the Alabama sponsorship. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Anytime there, day or night, they are the best. They are the best. Don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. Stevenson Air Conditioning is number 1. Locals taking care of locals. The legendary and we're in J. Michaels Studios as we speak. The legendary J. Michaels, the man in black, he's incredible. His restaurant, second to none. Oh, my God. Brian got pork chops last night. That pork chop was at least an inch thick. It was unbelievable. Great pork chop. He loved it.
I love chops.
And I got stuck with a bill. But anyway, it was great. It was worth it. He deserves it. He's always doing good things for me. I had a great salad. Julie had the world-famous J. Michaels spaghetti. They got the best seafood, but they got the burgers, steaks, pork chops are out. They got a lot of stuff there. It's really, really good. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. The legendary J. Michaels Restaurant. I forgot what the special is today, so forgive me. You have to have a great time. Also, we're talking about Stevenson Air Conditioning. We talk about Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there at Lynn Haven, what a great job he does over there. But what about Jason Kovaleski with the great job he does? Is he incredible?
He's a plethora of information. I mean,
he's brilliant.
He knows a lot about what he does down there at Max.
He knows a lot about everything.
Nutrition.
He highly intelligent. His mother.
I have to talk to him tomorrow.
His mother got a scholarship to Ohio State. She was a basketball player, a tennis player. She was incredible. Great, legendary coach here in Bay County. She's
now a successful business owner.
Oh, yeah. And look at her son. No wonder he's so successful.
Yep.
Max Fit Sports Nutrition, 2 great locations. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and the high of 86. Tonight, look for a very light wind and clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and sunshine. Saturday, very warm with a high of 88 and mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When it comes to backyard dreams, trust the name that's been making waves for over 65 years. Cox Pools. Serving the entire Florida Panhandle, Cox Pools brings experience, innovation, and quality to every custom pool design. From luxurious spas to resort-style pools, no vision is too big. Make your backyard the place to be with Cox Pools. Cox Pools, 65 years strong and still making a splash. Visit CoxPools.com or call 850-235-7957.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hales Show, live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. And now, War Eagle. Live from the J. Michaels Studio, it's the Auburn Update on the Coach James Hales Show with the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey! I tell you what, I saw James and Steve and Elizabeth at J. Michaels, and they were really happy.
Yes, they were.
They go to all the. I just told them, I said, let me have your Auburn basketball tickets. Just let me have those.
They hold those pretty tight.
You got him? All right, let's bring him on now. The voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burr. Andy, how was your trip out there? How do they treat the SEC Auburn Tigers? did you like your visit out to Waco?
Mm-hmm.
Waco?
Yeah, it was a terrific trip, James. Folks were very hospitable. It's a beautiful stadium right on the banks of the Brazos River. It was a rather warm evening for football, to be sure. And Auburn came away with a big 2-touchdown win and get some momentum as they come home for 2 games, including the home opener on Saturday night. Then next week against South Alabama before starting Southeastern Conference play in 3 weeks at Oklahoma. But a good trip to Waco. There were a ton of Auburn people there. I would say at least 10,000 people in that stadium. That stadium seats about 47,000. So I would say a quarter of that was Auburn fans on Friday night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was interesting watching Vegas. You know, we kind of keep up with that stuff. Baylor was the favorite. Then it switched back to Auburn. They know what they're talking about. Vegas, that's what they do. They're pretty good at that. But Auburn controlled it. I said Auburn had better players going into the football game. Big, strong. I was impressed with Auburn's offensive line. I loved the game plans. Some people were like, no, we want to see the ball in the air. He did what he needed to do to win the football game. Auburn, I thought, outcoached him. I think they outplayed him. First of all, let's hit on the offense. What did you see? What did you think about the game plan? And talk about the quarterback position.
Well, let me start up front because I thought up front Auburn was better on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
On the offensive line and the defensive line in the trenches. And I thought Auburn's offensive line had one of its best games that they've had since Hugh Freeze has been here. And as a result, I think it's one of Auburn's best offensive line games in some time for Auburn. And as a result, and let me tell you what, I mean, the head coach wants to put the ball in the air too. And I think the head coach had to talk himself into taking what Baylor gave them on Friday night. And that was, I think Baylor wanted to come in, they wanted to take away the passing game. And as tough as that is for Hugh Freeze, I think he decided, all right, we're going to run the football. And it started with his quarterback. Jackson Arnold ran for 137 yards. He's the SEC's leading rusher after week 1. Now, who'd have gotten odds that would happen, that Auburn's quarterback would be the leading rusher in the Southeastern Conference after the first week of play. But that was the case on Friday night. And both Jeremiah Cobb and Damari Alston then combined for about 158 yards. Those 3 players, Arnold, Alston, and Cobb, combined for Auburn's 4 rushing touchdowns on the night. Auburn did not turn the ball over. It didn't make a lot of mistakes from an offensive standpoint. And they ground that game away. And after Baylor took the lead 3-0 and then had the ball inside the Auburn 5, remember, in the first quarter, they're going in with a chance to make it a 2-score game to start it, and Auburn stops them on 4th down and goal inside, and then Auburn goes 97 yards. Auburn never trailed after that point in the ball game. And I for a number of reasons, it was a very important win for Auburn to go on the road, a Power 4 school. And regardless of the fact that Auburn's not a top 25, I'm not even worried about that right now. The Auburn did what it needed to do on Friday night. Let's get a big win on the road and against a Big 12 school, and now you come home for a couple of weeks.
You picked out something I thought was the key. I thought 2 big plays were incredible for Auburn. That 4th and goal, like you said, they could have kicked a field goal and gone up 6. They felt good about it. They could make the touchdown there. Auburn stuffed them. It wasn't even close. That was critical. But what about when Baylor did start getting a little bit closer, the kickoff return? That broke their back.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Third and fourth quarter just kind of back and forth, wasn't it? You know, and Auburn had the ball to open the third quarter, really hoping that Auburn would go up by 2 scores and did not. And then Baylor came right back down and made it and got within a score, got within a touchdown at that point, or made it a 3-point game. And then, and I may be wrong on the point difference there, but after Baylor scored its touchdown in the third quarter, the electrifying kickoff return for a touchdown by Rayshawn Pleasant.
Yeah,
and I mentioned it in the call. It was eerily similar to the route that Chris Davis took on the kick 6 back in 2013. And he got down that sideline, and I've watched the highlight a couple times. He was not touched. He was untouched on a 98-yard touchdown run or kickoff return for a touchdown. And every
moved
time
fast,
that Baylor
too.
scored, yeah, no question. I think they clocked him doing 21 miles an hour on that. Now he had a lot of momentum, and again, he was never touched. So, but every time that Baylor scored, Auburn responded. Even the final touchdown drive in the fourth quarter, that Auburn was able just to drive it down the field, and on 4th and 1. Interesting fact. When Auburn got to the line of scrimmage, Hugh Freeze thought it was 4th and inches. And when they got to the line of scrimmage, he realized it was much more than that. And that's why he called the timeout.
Wow.
And then they went, they brought Eric Singleton in motion as if it might be a jet sweep.
Right.
And if you watch the highlight from behind, you can see about 3 Baylor defenders go with Singleton on his route. And instead, Jackson Arnold kept the ball himself and 27 yards, and really that ball game was over.
I don't think anybody touched him on that play.
No, he was untouched. Yeah, untouched.
I got one more question for you, then we'll let Jeremy take over. What did you think? And we were talking about this before you came on. The only thing I had a concern about was giving up 417 yards passing. But then again, you stop and think about it. That Big 12 West, that passing all over the field, throwing the ball over, and they had a veteran offensive team. They had a lot of offensive linemen coming back. The quarterback was back. I think he passed for over 3,000 last year. They had good receivers, and the running back was good. So I don't think that's a big deal. Auburn did have 4 sacks, but are you concerned with the secondary? Are you okay with everything?
I'm fine with the secondary, but they've got to get better. They got to play better. They got to tackle better. I didn't think Auburn tackled especially well, especially in the passing game on Friday night. And that's something that Hugh Freeze addressed at his press conference on Monday and with us on Tiger Talk Monday night. That this is a week to get better for Auburn, regardless of the opponent, regardless if it's Ball State or Ohio State. Auburn's got to get better offensively, defensively. And I think you will see Auburn be much more balanced offensively this week against Ball State. I think that's important to establish the passing game in addition to running it. We know how well Auburn can run the football. But defensively, Auburn's got to get better. I think the tight end matchup was a problem, especially with Auburn's linebackers on Friday night. And listen, when Auburn put pressure on Robertson, it was a different game.
Yeah.
And Auburn did that early and late. But when he got on a roll, Auburn wasn't able to get to the quarterback, and he had a very, very good game. He's a good quarterback too, guys. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but Auburn's got to get better in the defensive passing game to be sure.
Andy, a lot of these programs are coming off of kind of these week 1 marquee matchups to find the kind of week 2 guarantee game bye games here, and Ball State coming in. Just tell us a little bit about who the Tigers have Saturday evening at Jordan-Hare.
Well, I mean, Ball State opened its season and lost 31-0 at Purdue, and gave up a ton of yards passing, over 300 yards in passing. And so it's going to be interesting to see the approach that Auburn takes from an offensive standpoint against Ball State. And really, just to be honest, listen, Auburn's a better football team, and I'm not that's not a slam to Ball State. Auburn has more talent, and this is a week for Auburn to get better in all phases of the game. Ball State does have an interesting quarterback, guys, and the fact that the Ball State's quarterback has played at tailback, and last year primarily was a defensive back after playing quarterback 2 years ago. So this guy's been all over the field and is back at quarterback. So that's one of the interesting aspects of this Ball State team coming in here on Saturday. But honestly, this is a game I think that Auburn concentrates on Auburn. And Auburn needs to get better. Auburn needs to be crisper. It'll be great to be at home for 2 straight weekends. And South Alabama comes in here next Saturday, a week from Saturday. But these 2 weeks are time, I think, for Auburn to get sharper before it goes on the road to start the Southeastern Conference at Oklahoma.
Well, you've done what you want to do if you're Auburn. You've handled the road test. You got the W. 2 weeks to kind of work out some kinks here, as you mentioned before, the gauntlet of conference play. So I have to think that everybody on the Plains is feeling pretty good right now, all things considered.
The one, if there is, and I wouldn't say this is a massive concern, Auburn will not have Champ Anthony for probably a couple weeks. At some point in that game Friday night, he broke his thumb. They're not really sure exactly when it happened. and I think he had surgery on that thumb Tuesday.
Wow.
And I've got to think he's out for a couple of weeks. When he comes back, and I'm not sure exactly when that is, I think they'd love to have him back for that Oklahoma game. He will likely be in some kind of cast or something on that hand. But Auburn will be without him. I don't know how much we'll see Damari Alston on Saturday night. He suffered a ding in the shoulder, so we may see more of Jeremiah Cobb and Darrell Robinson, and maybe even the freshman, Omar Madison II, on Saturday night against Ball State.
I wanted you to I thought Auburn, both running backs ran hard. I was impressed with both of them. What's your take on those two? I like those two running backs.
Well, and they're different guys, aren't they? I mean, Alston is a big, he's not a tall guy, but you take a look at his frame. He's very strong. He is probably the best all-around back that Auburn has, picking up the blitz out of the backfield as a pass catcher. And just maybe the most complete. Cobb is the one that has the explosive speed for Auburn. And I thought both of those guys ran well. I thought both ran hard. I mean, both of their touchdown runs were inside the 5, and they didn't outrun anybody. They just put their head down and bowled their way into the end zone. We saw Darrell Robinson, the transfer from UConn, with 1 carry. I think he will get more carries. So I'll be interested to see what he looks like on Saturday night. And I think even the freshman from Auburn High School could get a couple carries as well.
Andy, we enjoy it so much when you come on. You did a great job calling the game. Enjoyed listening to you. I thought Auburn looked good. I think Auburn, I'll say it, Auburn should be ranked in the top 25, and there's other school in that state should not be. I just think Auburn's a better team right now. Hey, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, Andy.
My pleasure, guys. Have a great day. War Eagle.
War Eagle, baby. Don't you? I really think Auburn should be ranked ahead of Alabama.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you go on the road to Baylor and get a W on a Friday night season opener, Big 12 off. Yeah. Alabama should have fallen all the way out.
Yeah, this guy here agrees when they just called. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. You want to have a great meal anytime, day or night, but especially tonight. You got the Eagles playing the Cowboys 6 o'clock. Get up, Beef O'Brady. Watch those games. Have their wings. They're incredible. They got great food there, great atmosphere, TVs everywhere. And all you Mosley Dolphins, don't forget every Friday before the game, especially when it's played here. It's in Tallahassee, you know, if you're not going to go to the game, get a Beef O'Brady's and have a little pep rally anyway. All you Mosey Dolphins, get to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven, have a great time. Pat, we love you. The city commissioner over there, Pat Perno, does a great job at everything he does. The guy is nothing but a winner. Vandy Roofing, I love Kyle. The Vandegrift family, you know those people pretty well, don't you?
Very well. Good folks.
Wonderful people. A legendary family. But I tell you, I love Kyle. He does a great job. Really a great person. You talk about getting a roof built the right way and last forever. That's Vandy Roofing. Now, they do everything. They can build and design anything, commercial, residential, you name it. Vandy Roofing, #1. They are #1. Also, don't forget about Turpro Pest Control. Patrick and his crew do a great job. They'll come out, they'll survey, they'll put up a game plan. Your yard will look like a golf course when you're through. You got bugs getting in the house. You're just like, what is going on? Why are we getting these bugs? All you got to do is call Patrick. They'll come out, and those bugs will be don't get me laughing. And those bugs will be gone for good. Listen to Patrick, 8:30 right here every Monday on ESPN Northwest Florida. We shall return. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
I have watched Alabama. I watched them from Bear Bryant all the way up. I have never in my life seen Alabama's offensive line. They didn't get their butt whipped. They got their A whipped. Going back to last year, they had the same problem in the secondary. Tennessee, that's how Tennessee beat them last year in Knoxville. Their secondary sucked.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Full of noise. One name cuts through it all.
Amplify AI.
We help HVAC, plumbing, and home service pros get found fast. More leads, more calls, more results. This ain't just marketing. It's AI-powered performance.
Amplify AI.
Hear the roar.
Call Lee at 850-299-1269. Amplify AI.
That bear ain't just for show.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
And welcome back. We're on 4.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Appreciate all of our sponsors. Love every single one of you. Thank you for your support. Keep it right here all day long. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This afternoon, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, Paul does a great job with the Sports Blitz. Listen to that. I think we really enjoy that. And Paul's like me. He loves them, Bama. He loves Bama, too. Paul Wilson does a great job. All right. We got Jeremy Pridgeon. Jeremy, let's jump into these picks because if we get time, I'd like to get some more stuff in if we can. But today is going by quickly. Let's start. Let's go. I like this football team. I think they're going to be really, really strong the entire year. Watch out if you're in the ACC. Louisville, James Madison. I got a feeling you're going to pick Louisville.
Give me the cards.
I'm going with Louisville also. Monroe at Alabama. Do we see? You just made a great point. As the season gets, tell me what you just said.
Well, FSU, Alabama has kind of set the tone for both programs here. FSU is going to do well, and this is not one of those where you had two juggernauts going at it, and you feel like, oh my gosh, there's a chance you're going to see each other again, later on in a playoff. FSU will likely do very well in the ACC, but this is just going to be one of what I'm afraid are going to be several losses for Alabama along the way. So it's not as bad as it necessarily looks. Down the line, I think you'll see FSU trending well and go, oh well, gosh, they're a really good program. Issue is that you're going to have Georgia, Tennessee, LSU along the way for Alabama to have to contend with,
and Auburn
at the end.
Oklahoma also. Yeah, I'm with you. South Carolina on the road. Missouri on the road. Mm-hmm. All right, you like Alabama, Monroe?
I'll take Alabama.
I'm going to go Alabama, but I'll be honest with you. It wouldn't shock me. It's not going to shock me if they lose this game. It's not.
No.
All right, Arkansas State. I got Arkansas. Okay. Some of these I'm not going to do until tomorrow. Ball State, Auburn, War Eagle, baby. They're back.
Yeah, Auburn's big.
Auburn's back. This is going to be a ball game. I'm telling you, South Florida. You saw them in person. They play Alabama and should have won it in Tampa. And they played really well the next year at home. Mm-hmm. Bama pulled away. South Florida, it's their Super Bowl. They're going to play the hardest they've ever played. This is their Super Bowl. They go into Gainesville. They get a chance to take away the king of the state of Florida. Well, FSU will argue about that.
No.
But who do you like in this one?
South Florida, great opening win against Boise. You do wonder how talented the Boise team was. South Florida's going to play hard-nosed defense. This is close for 3 quarters, and then I think Florida ekes it out, but closer than you think here.
I'm with you. Florida wins. I like Florida. Austin Peay. Really improved Austin Peay. Georgia. I'm not even going to ask you that one.
Yeah, okay.
Kirby will run the ball, pound the rock, and not embarrass anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it may be a 37-10 type game.
I've told you. I told everybody would listen. Watch out for Ole Miss. That quarterback, I watched him last year against Georgia. He's an outstanding ball player. He looked really good. Georgia, Ole Miss usually struggles at Kentucky. I don't think they do this year. I think it's going to be a competitive game for a while, but I think Ole Miss is too good. I like Ole Miss. I like this quarterback. Who do you like?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. You think it's a competitive game?
No. I think they'll take care
I don't
of
even
business.
think this game's on TV. People are going nuts in Louisiana right now. Louisiana. I got LSU big over Tech. Who you like?
LSU.
I'm telling you, I think LSU's a really good football team.
Eddie wants to get his picks in, too.
We don't care what he wants. Is he on the phone?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't say that. No, yeah. Let's get Eddie on. Let's get his picks. All right, we'll come back and get your picks that we already passed. All right, here we go. South. What the heck? Oh, here we go.
Arizona State.
Arizona State at Mississippi State. Who you got?
No, I'm going to take the Sun Devils.
Arizona State. Michigan Eddie, who you got? You hang up? Michigan Eddie. All right, you know what? Watch out for Mississippi State. Watch out for Mississippi State.
What, you like that win over Southern?
I'm gonna hold off that. Kansas at Missouri. Kansas at Missouri. Missouri, I think their quarterback got hurt.
Yes, this is a big rival game for these two.
It's at Missouri now.
At Missouri, I tell you, that's a hard pick.
You got Kansas?
I don't know. It's gosh, they're 2-0. They at Missouri. I don't know. Give me the Jayhawks. It's a toss up.
Ooh, Kansas.
I think I got Eddie now.
All right, Eddie, who you like? Kansas at Missouri.
Kansas, because Missouri's quarterback's out.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's too much for Missouri. Even on the road. Yeah.
All right. South Carolina State, South Carolina going to blow them out of the water. Who you got?
South Carolina.
Who you got?
Cockaboose.
Here's another easy one. East Tennessee State at Tennessee. Watch out for the Volunteers this year. They look pretty good.
Go Vols.
Who you got?
Tennessee.
Texas, a rebound game. San Jose State, they don't have a shot. Texas, big.
Yep.
Texas.
Utah State at A&M.
What was with Texas A&M this weekend? It was a little lethargic, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
They played UTSA and they were lethargic, but they pulled it out.
Yeah. I didn't see what Utah State did week 1, but that's been a team that has scared SEC programs in the past.
I think you should pick them.
No, I'm not sitting. I'm just saying I'm going to pick them. I'm just trying to figure out how close.
I want you to pick them.
I'm sure you would here. But I'm going to take A&M. But
you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to take them. But
all right, who you got, Miss Eddie?
A&M.
All right, this one I went back and forth with this. I don't know what to do in this one. Vandy at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech got pushed around the second half against South Carolina.
Yeah, this game went to overtime, I think, last year. And
is that Virginia
this
Tech?
is the return trip because they played in Nashville last year. I'm going to take the Hokies at home.
Virginia Tech. Biscay, who you got?
Same. Hokies.
I'm going to hold off on that one. I'm going to do that tomorrow. East Texas, FSU. FSU, huge. They're going to blow them out of the water.
Yeah. Knowles.
All right, Miss Eddie's got East Texas, right, Miss Eddie?
No, I got the Knowles.
Watch out! This team right here, they've upset teams before. Is Clemson? Are they down? Is Dabo does a great job getting them back. What are you talking about? Dabo have them ready. Troy at Clemson. What's going to happen, Jeremy?
Clemson.
Big, or they give him a game for a while?
It'll be a game. No, it'll be Clemson big. He's got to put style points back out there.
Yeah, I got Clemson big. What say you, Michigan, Eddie?
Clemson.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with the one and only Michigan Eugene Eddie Let's talk about some of our great people. We got the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. We got Taco Bell, 3 great locations, Panama City Beach. All you Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell. They love you. You should love them. They're wonderful people. Go support Taco Bell if you're in Port St. Joe. Also, Stevenson Air Conditioning, Steve's Bike Shop. I love Steve's Bike Shop. They've been in business since 1979. Locals taking care of locals. Swim coach at Mosley. Man, that guy's incredible. Love him. Can't say enough good things about him. I already talked about Kyle Vandegrift, Jason Kovaleski, Max Fitz Horse Nutrition. 2 great locations, 23rd Street, Pier Park. Can't wait to get him in here tomorrow and listen to who he picks. He's usually pretty sharp on this stuff right here. A lot better than Michigan Eddie. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the home of the Auburn Tigers.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Thursday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and the high of 86. Tonight, look for a very light wind and clear skies with a temperature near 74. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and sunshine. Saturday, very warm with a high of 88 and mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
In a world full of noise, one name cuts through it all.
Amplify AI.
We help HVAC, plumbing, and home service pros get found fast. More leads, more calls, more results. This ain't just marketing. It's AI-powered performance.
Amplify AI.
Hear the roar.
Call Lee at 850-299-1269. Amplify AI.
That bear ain't just for show.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's finish up these picks and hopefully have time to cover a couple other things. Miami's got Bethune-Cookman, right?
Yep.
Miami. Everybody's got Michigan, Eddie, Miami. I know you got Miami. All right. Grambling State at Ohio State. Everybody got the Buckeyes?
Bucks.
Big. Florida International, Penn State big.
Penn State's non-conference schedule, y'all. Oh, man.
That's
Nevada,
weak.
Villanova,
Weak.
Florida International.
They don't play anybody. All right. Oh, they do in the Big Ten though. Oklahoma State. They don't like each other. Oklahoma State at Oregon. Coach going after coach about the roster, the money being spent on the roster. Coach Dundee doesn't like. I guess that.
Ducks.
I got Oregon too. Who you got, Michigan Eddie?
Oregon.
Here, the big. I won't say this one. I'm gonna say. All right, here we go. The game this week. I think it's kickoffs around 6:45 on ABC. Michigan rolls in to historical Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma plays defense. They hit you in the face. They got a new offensive coordinator. They got a new quarterback. This is going to be an outstanding football game. Michigan's first-year freshman quarterback going to Oklahoma. Jeremy, can that freshman handle everything he's going to see in Norman, Oklahoma, playing the mighty SEC?
It's going to be electric. I mean, it really will. These programs are blue bloods. When you start talking about the top tier programs, so it's exciting to see this game happening. Michigan on the road kind of is in intrigue. First road game against an SEC team in program history. Let that sink in. Michigan has never visited an SEC stadium.
Wow, I did not know
They
that.
play a lot of SEC teams in bowl games.
That's right. Yeah. That's true.
But they've never been to an SEC stadium. They did play South Carolina, but that was when South Carolina was independent. So this will be uncharted water.
Well,
I think Boomer Sooner is ready.
And they play in front of 110,000 every week, so I don't think crowd noise and all that's going to affect Michigan.
No, but I do think that they will find that, and this is the first time Michigan's open with consecutive night games. That's interesting. So give me Oklahoma.
So you're picking the winningest team in college football history to lose
on their first trip to an SEC stadium.
Wow. Michigan Eddie, set this young man straight.
That SEC stadium is a Pee Wee stadium, only holds like 70 to 80,000.
We inherited
and all that, and Michigan Michigan plays awesome at night. And this material guy comes from Washington State. It's overrated. He has one good game against the Cream Puff, no name, whatever. We have a freshman quarterback who was one of the best performers in Week 1, and you got Justice Haynes.
That's what you got. That's what you got.
And you didn't even talk about Marshall and our wide receivers and all that. You got Ronnie Bell's little brother. And even though one of our star linebackers is out for half because of that ballet targeting reversal stupid rule, and plus it's Jerome Moore's homecoming because he played college football at Oklahoma, so Michigan takes it to the Boomer Sooner. The Boomer Sooners are overrated in that Pee Wee dump of a stadium in Norman, Oklahoma.
I'm with Michigan Eddie on that quarterback that they have at Michigan. He is the real deal. He was the best high school player coming out of college last year. He's starting as a true freshman at Michigan. He's that talented. He's that good. They got the best running back, one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in college football. Hayes is an incredible athlete. I wish we still had him. That would have definitely helped us. So I'm going to wait and make my pick tomorrow, but right now, I'm leaning Michigan in this one. Oklahoma, they were terrible last year. Who have they beaten? Like he pointed out, nobody. Where Michigan really played a powerhouse last week. They played New Mexico. I mean, that's a real deal program.
New Mexico State wasn't available.
Anyway, Michigan, anything else you going to share with us today, buddy?
No, just good luck to the Dolphins this weekend. Eddie's team's playing today against South Walton, so I'm wearing my Mosley gear. So hopefully they go South Walton and win, and then the varsity goes tomorrow and beats Rickers, and then supporting your volleyball team, Preacher, with a fish fry deal.
Good, yeah.
He's got a name. I don't like you saying Preacher. You call him his name.
And then I was talking to Weeby the other day, and I heard what you said to him at church. He told me about your sermon you guys did, and then you asked Weeby, you go, you're looking at him, and I go, hey, you still got those 2 timeouts in your pocket? we were talking about that because he's a CU alum.
Yeah, big.
But honestly, pretty sure you really had nothing to say after what Alabama did.
No.
That took some guts out of you.
We could commiserate together. He's sitting there scratching his head too while Colorado took 2 timeouts with him to the locker room in that Georgia Tech game. Yeah.
A couple questions for both you guys. That LSU-Clemson game, LSU was robbed. That was a touchdown. And I love Dabo. I'm a Clemson guy. I love Dabo Swinney. That was a touchdown. I've never seen a call like that in my life. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Did you not think it was a touchdown?
That's a touchdown.
How can you blow that even when you go back and replay it?
Well, I don't know, and I didn't listen close enough. Was the replay office in Charlotte because it's at Clemson?
I don't know.
Or was it in Birmingham? Because I know it was the SEC crew up there working, but I think they probably were working with Charlotte.
Or did they have money vetted on the game? I don't know.
That's
know. Crazy. Did you see it, Michigan Eddie? Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
They robbed him. All right, here's what Kurt Herbstreit had to say after Week 1. Reese Davis still thinks Clemson's going to be really good. He said, don't worry about Clemson. They're going to be in fine shape. But Kurt said this is how it's going to play out. He was really impressed with LSU. He thinks that Penn State, and they won 46-11. Who they play? Nevada. They're going to play LSU for the national championship, and LSU did take it to Clemson 17-10. Do you think that's going to happen? LSU versus Penn State in the national championship game?
No.
Michigan Eddie, did they get it right?
No.
Who's going to be there then?
Not Penn State.
Not those two.
Well, who? Randy, help me out. Louisville? Is it going to be Louisville at Miami?
No, it's not going to be. No, it could possibly be Miami. I don't know, but I mean, we'll see.
I don't think you can really, justify who's going to be in the national championship game after one weekend. I think there's a lot to tell. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be all kinds of factors that are going to play a part of it. So I don't really think you can really take a
I think Herb Herbstreit has looked into all those situations you just mentioned. He knows something you guys don't know. He is the king
so
of
he
college
says
football.
Penn State and LSU.
Penn
Now,
State,
LSU was impressive. Now I haven't watched Penn State yet to see. So
They look
good. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Anything can happen. I mean, the landscape changes like it does every couple of years. You have a team that goes on a big run, and then all of a sudden they have issues.
Did you hear what Lee picked? LSU to win the national championship?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't. I said
they look good against Clemson. They really did.
The first game, watch out for them. I'm telling you, that offense, you're going to have a really good defense to beat them.
Don't you think this is the best team that Brian Kelly's had, even at Notre Dame and LSU?
Well, and he got that season opener. Jinx off of him now. I mean, could you imagine what the fan base would be like if he come home with another loss?
Yeah. And one at Clemson. There's only been two teams that beat Clemson at home in the last, 5 or 10 years. Yeah. And that's LSU and, God, who's that other team?
Who do you like?
Louisville. That's who it was.
Who do you like? Michigan at Oklahoma this weekend.
I think Michigan wins.
Okay.
I do. What do you think, Jeremy?
I've got the Sooners. Brent Venables. I'm not. Watch for him.
I think
come back.
Dabo's last 4 games against the SEC teams, he's 0-4.
That's pretty rough.
That surprised me.
Yeah, I think Clemson has slipped a little bit. I expected better in that game. I mean, they did play a solid game, but it was close. But.
All right, I want to get this in real quick. Guess who comes in 5th place to be the next head football coach at Alabama?
Randy Williams.
No. Deion Sanders.
Oh, my.
I think that'd be a huge mistake.
This is coming out of Vegas.
Huge mistake.
All right, let me go.
There was an article I read this morning that said that, and I don't know if there's any truth to it, but that says Saban feels like he regrets a bit going ahead and retiring.
He did say that?
They didn't quote him, but it was just like somebody's opinion that he's regretting that he did. Because, he's just an office in Tuscaloosa.
We'll take him back.
Yeah,
we'll take him back, believe me. Michigan, Eddie, listen to this. All right, Deion Sanders came in 5th. Arizona State coach, who is it? Who is Arizona State coach? Oh, Dillingham. He was wasn't he at Auburn?
Yeah,
I don't see him getting the job.
No.
Kiffin was next from Ole Miss plus 500.
That would be your surefire win right there because Lane Kiffin can handle the heat.
I would take him. I'm hearing his wife will not let that happen. So y'all don't.
Is she that happy in Mississippi?
Do you know the story?
I don't know no.
All right, there's a history at Bama.
Now is it rated G?
We'll talk off the air.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, we'll see.
Got to keep these guys in line, Jerry.
And the other guy was the offensive coordinator for the Browns. Reese. Who was? I don't even know who that was.
I would not even consider anybody.
What about Gruden? Why can't we have Gruden?
Gruden wants to coach in the SEC.
All right, we're out. 104.3, Michigan, we miss you. 104.3, ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida broadcasts the biggest and best games of the week.